Hey folks, today's video is going to be about financial security and starting to help yourself and your family become more financially independent, as well as financially prosperous. I worked at Merrill Lynch and Fidelity for over 10 and a half, 11 years. I ran large book of business, a little over $250 million. I've helped thousands of clients over that time frame. And one thing I found out that we can all do for ourselves is learn some financial tips that are not too difficult. It's just a lot of times you can't find exactly what you're looking for. So I figured I'd do these videos to give you all some ideas on ways to better your either retirement planning or your day-to-day finances or your monthly finances, whatever it may be. But today's video is going to be a Roth IRA and its benefits for you. So what is a Roth IRA? I would say this would help not only yourself, but also your kids if you want to open it for your kids, and I'll explain that in a minute. So a Roth IRA is an after-tax retirement account. What will happen with a Roth IRA is you will contribute up to, right now it's $6,500 a year. If you're before the age of 50, if you're 50 or before the age of 50, 50 or over is you can do up to $7,500 because you get a contribution catch-up provision, so it gives you an extra $1,000. But the benefits of it. The benefits of a Roth IRA are, one, it is the best vehicle, in my opinion, to save for retirement because all the money that you save will be completely tax-free once you're 59 and a half and have held that Roth for over 5 years. So anything you take out, let's say you get to retirement and you have $100,000 in it. You could take out $1,000 a month, no taxes. You could take out $100,000 at one time, pay off your mortgage, no taxes. All the growth that you have in the account is tax deferred. So you're not getting taxed while it grows. And what I wanted to do was kind of give you a couple scenarios on why there's such benefit, why they are so beneficial to people when it comes to retiring. So again, not only the tax deferment, not only the tax-free withdrawals later. Another aspect of them is you can take out your contributions if you have a problem without any penalties or taxes. So things you contribute, it's almost like a savings account because you've already been taxed on it. You can take those contributions out and not get taxed or penalized on it if things come up in your life. So I wanted to give you a couple scenarios here to give you an idea on why they're so great. But one thing I'll also share before I get into the details of some numbers is when you're looking at the aspect of these retirement accounts for yourself, your kids also can greatly benefit from them because you can be the custodian of the account, meaning you own it. Well, they technically own it, but you manage it and help them do it. And you give it over to them when they're either 18 or 21, depending on the state. But all that money then goes to them, and that's also an after-tax account. So I wrote down a couple scenarios here just to give you an idea. Let's just say, for instance, let's go with a 30-year-old that wanted to start. Okay, let's say you are doing about $6,500 a year for the contributions to the account. Let's say you start with $6,500 at age 30. Okay, and you want to retire by 59 and a half, or you want to retire at 60, really. Let's just look at what some different type scenarios would be for when you're investing in a Roth. So let's say you start with $6,500. And again, do whatever you can. If it's $10 a month, if it's $50 a month. I'm only doing this to give you an example, but I do want you to realize the power of this growth and the after-tax effect of it because you know as well as I do, taxes will always change. And other retirement accounts, they will be taxed differently. They'll be added to your income. There's a whole bunch of things that go with it. And you never know what tax brackets will look like. A Roth IRA does not matter. You will always have after-tax money to withdraw when things come up. So let's start with the 30-year-old. Let's say you're doing about $6,500 a month, $6,500 for your beginning balance, and you did $6,500 a year, which is the maximum contribution all the way up till age 60. Okay? When you're looking at that number, you would see yourself being able to, if you were able to put that amount away, you are looking at a large amount of money that you are able to potentially have in retirement. So let's just say in that scenario, again, 30 years old, $6,500, and you're able to contribute $6,500 each year, which is the maximum contribution, till age 65, let's say. And you only get a 7% return, which is not even that much. It's usually a middle of the road, moderate type of investor. let's say on a 1 to 10 scale, 1 most conservative, 10 most aggressive, about a 5 or a 6 on that scale. It's leaning more towards a 6, but a moderate, middle of the road. At age 65, you will have an estimated balance of $1,101,634. That is a Roth IRA account where you only contributed started with $6,500 at age 30, contributed $6,500 for 35 years, because age 30 to 65 when you retire, and only getting a 7% return on your money, which I would say is fair. I wanted to be middle of the road for now. Maybe if you were a little more conservative, not as much, or a little more aggressive and you make more, you can definitely make it more than that. But just think about the power of that. $6,500 to start, and then $6,500 a year after that. For 35 years, you have a little over $1.1 million, which is all after tax. You could take out that $1.1 million and buy yourself whatever you want all at one time, and it's fully tax-free. So look at a couple other scenarios. Another one, let's say a 50-year-old trying to retire at age 65. So 50 years old, started a little late, starting balance of $7,500, let's say, because you did the catch-up provision. You contribute $7,500 a month up until you're 65. So when we're looking at these numbers now, you're looking at, even in just a 15-year time frame, and again, you may have other retirement accounts, you may have other aspects, a pension or a 403B or a 401k, which will help you Social Security. But with the number that I'm talking about, which is only 15 years contributing that amount of money, if you have about a 7% return, by the time you're 65, you'll have a little over $207,806 in your account, all after tax money. So it doesn't matter. What I'm trying to convey to you here is, doesn't matter how late you start this. I don't care if you only can do it for 5 years or 3, whatever you can do. You want to start a Roth for yourself because you want to be able to have that after tax money later and not have to worry about tax brackets. You will have immense success by being able to have the after tax growth, or the tax deferred growth, and the after tax withdrawals later on in life. And again, if something comes up, you can withdraw your contributions with no taxes and penalties. Better than just a regular savings account, which will get you basically nothing. Now, the final part of this is I wanted to tell you about how this could benefit your children. So this is one of the biggest things that hits home for me, because I thought about this a couple years back and I tried to convey it to as many clients as I could. But let's just say you have a 3-year-old daughter or son, whoever, and you start with $6,000 a year. There's $6,000 to start. That's just a lump sum you can do. You contribute $2,000 per year. It's fair. What is that? Not too much money that you're putting away, $180, $175, whatever it is per month for your kid. Rather than just a regular savings account or leaving it in cash and giving it to them later if they want to go to school or they want to start a business. 3-year-old to 18 years old, start with $6,000, contribute $2,000 a year at a 7% return. At 18 years old, your kid would have about $178,809. So think about it in terms of, you only contributed about $42,000, and they now have almost $180,000 in tax-free money. And if you wait to convert it to them till they're 21, they'd have almost $239,946. So by putting away small amounts of money after tax in a Roth, you greatly benefit yourself for the tax-free withdrawals and the contributions you could take in an emergency, but also for your kids. Your kids can pretty much start life not only debt-free, but have additional funds for themselves right away. We all know not many of us were fortunate enough to just be given money right when we left college or started college. This will give them an avenue to be able to explore what they love, to be able to be themselves. Maybe they want to go to culinary school. Maybe they want to take a 2-year trip and go around the world. Whatever it may be, you are giving your kids financial freedom by helping with a Roth. If you need more questions, if you have more questions, you can always comment in the sections here. But there's a couple other things about contribution limits or like your income limits, how much you can make per year. I'll put those links in the comment section below in case you want to see those. But again, it is something that you need to start thinking about today. I understand maybe we don't all have a bunch of free income to just throw around, but you can start with such a little bit. It will rewire your brain to start thinking about doing this for your children, for yourself, and then it just becomes second nature. Hope this helped everyone. Talk to you soon.